Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start this. Now, this stuff looks a lot scarier than it actually is, so don't panic on this stuff at all. They're telling you right here, remember, f of g of x equals this, that, and the other. Some of you are absent and haven't learned any of this stuff, so buckle up, and I'd recommend learning it off of this video. So remember, f of g of x is the same thing as f of g of x. What does that mean? It's kind of weird, but that would mean you take the entire equation g of x and plug it into f of x. So that's what that means here. Same thing here. It's hard to understand what's going on, but when you figure it out, it's not that big of a deal. So this is saying g of h of negative 5. So let's take a look at the interior. H of negative 5. Do we have something that's h? We do. I'm going to go ahead and do this. You work these problems from the inside out. We have to plug in h of negative 5, but let's solve it first. Let's go ahead and just find it into a number. H of negative 5 equals, don't forget writing your parentheses out for your x's, and what goes in there is negative 5. So h of negative 5 equals negative 5 minus 3 is negative 8. So see how we solve this problem? Instead of it being this crazy complicated thing, that's a 5, that's not an S. Instead of solving this crazy complicated thing, we now have two problems to solve. Now I know that h of negative 5 is equal to negative 8. So now what I'm going to do is, instead of doing g of h of negative 5, I'm going to plug in g of negative 8. G of negative 8. I'm going to plug that in. G of negative 8. See how I got there? It's kind of like weird, but here I am. Do I have a g equation? I do, right here. Equals 2 times, what am I shoving into that? Negative 8. So g of negative 8 equals negative 16. And that's how you solve that. I don't know why this is g of negative 4 down here. We're going to go ahead and change that to 5. Regardless, just solve that front one. If you want practice on this, you can go ahead and solve h of negative 4, but I know how y'all roll. What is this saying to do? This is h of x plus f of x. Do I have an h of x? I do, right there. Do I have an f of x? I do, right up there. Add them together. Add them together. How do I do that? Write it out. H of x is x minus 3. Cool. I'm going to bring down that plus sign. And then f of x is x squared minus 3x plus 2. Can I combine all this stuff together? Let's see. My x and my negative 3x goes together. So 1x minus 3x is minus 2x. So that's good. I got those taken care of. I have an x squared. I should probably put that first. I'm going to put it here. X squared goes first. Then a negative 3 and a positive 2. That comes out to a negative 1. So when you add this all together, this is your answer. X squared minus 2x minus 1. Grading this stuff is going to be miserable for me. So y'all need to show your steps because you're going to make a lot of mistakes, and it can be the difference of like passing or even an A and passing if you don't show everything. Let's see, am I going to solve this another problem? Solve algebraically for the inverses of the following function. Oh, this is inverse. I'll do it in a different video. All right.